Yes, 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 yes. We're here. We're here. We're here. And we're happy to be with you once again, to be able to support and assist you with your questions. However, we do confess it was us that gave you the prompting to ask us this question. We are not breaching your free will, but this is an important question that we feel many are questioning, and therefore we wanted to be able to give them this opportunity to hear it from us. They are starting to push beyond their own boundaries and using their mindsets and perceptions and concepts to even challenge what we are saying, which we love. That is advancements, and we can't be more prouder of those who are expanding their consciousnesses and questioning and being very curious of their limits and realms. And so the question was, if we are all one, how come we can't heal all? How come if you heal yourself, you cannot heal all, since we are all one? How does healing work if we just simply choose with our free will to have that advancement of energy frequency to flow through the body? And we are saying it is a brilliant question, because since you are all one, you could imagine that you could be able to heal others. But it's the blocking, it's the distractions, but it's more than that. When you feel high frequency energy, we want to give an example of those who have departed. They've left their 3D meat suits. They're advanced souls once again, expanding and exploring with such great grace and ease, not being confined to the human body. They are so advanced in their frequency that when they come to be with you, to dawn upon your frequency energy, their love, their appreciation, their best wishes, their gratitude for all that you gave them on their earth experience. The energy is so advanced that it can scare people, because there feels like there is a destruction in the force. And so you are so used to blocking out these destructive energies. They're not bad energies. They're not negative entities or energies by any wild imagination claims. They truly are advanced energy fields, because it's such a change from the density you are surrounding yourselves with. This can be a sense of instability within the energy field. And so you just block it out. You are filtering out. You block so much, because this is your protection. This is your coping skills as you're trying to focus on being on earth and to be of service to your life purpose and mission. When you get higher frequency beings coming in to visit, it can be quite a distraction for you. Yeah, it makes you more homesick. It makes you long for them harder and longer. And it is like the mysterious flavored ice cream you know you have been born to taste and yet can't feel, but you can feel it. You can't reach it. It's just out of your reach, out of your memory, out of your grasp, out of your senses, out of your frequency. You long for it, and yet it feels like it's just beyond your capacity to reach out. This is frustrating for many. And so it is just too intoxicating to simply get the waft of the smell of the ice cream, because even that is too challenging. And so this is why there has been, and for many always will be, the veil of forgetfulness, the veil of disconnecting memories. It's not a punishment, it's to be able to help you focus, ironically. But yet, so many advanced souls are so in tune to what's going on around them. And so they block it. And so while you're all high frequency, the easiest thing is that you are so focused on others because you truly are deeply compassionate of others. You neglect yourselves. You forget how much love, attention, energy, praise, support that you should be giving yourselves to have encouragement of self. You're so busy worrying about others, fussing over others, heartbreak over others, concern for others, that you really don't give yourself much time at all. If you were a house plant, you'd be dead by now. We say with love. But ironically, this isn't a good analogy, since many of you actually fuss over your plants and care about them, making sure they get the most appropriate water. Isn't that interesting? The most appropriate nutrients. Isn't that interesting? The most appropriate sunlight and positions. You could even possibly move those plants around to give it the spa treatment of sun source energy. See what you would do for others. We ask for you to do now upon for self. How beautiful that would be, because you're so compassionate, so kind, so caring, so giving, and yet you've forgotten to start within self, to empower self, to be kind to self, to honor self, take care of self. It's a privilege and honor to be you. You should be celebrating that and being proud of all of your efforts and choices to be able to be of assistance and service for humanity at this extraordinary time on Earth. You're mastering Earth. Imagine that. In your soul's CV, this would be an extraordinary bragging point. But this is significant why you've shut down and blocked out the high frequencies, because this density is all too consuming. And if you have the true fluctuations of the highs and the lows, it's too maddening. It's toying with your emotions and your frequencies and your motivations to focus. And so for those who are of true inner peace and balance, do not get reactive to the dramas of Earth's life, as the Grand Awakening is getting many people's attentions and finally triggering them to speak up and find communities, to find unity, to be able to speak their truths and empower each other against what they believe is a, in quotation marks, corrupt system. It is for humanity, it absolutely is. But when you understand why this is becoming more absurd than normal, more outrageous than normal, more highlighted than normal, you must be questioning this yourself. For those who are undecided where their belief systems are, you know that the, in quotation marks, dark agenda have been just happily going along their way. Why now? Why now will they need to and suddenly are doing outrageous things so boldly out of desperation, it almost would appear, don't you think? Why is it now that they are so desperate with their control, their manipulation? Some of you already know the answers, but when you explore it deeply, to remember the purpose of the Grand Awakening, to understand why many people are having exit points and where those exit points are leading their souls, it makes great sense, truly. But you have to be able to pause your reactive emotions for just a bit to think critically about what you know about reincarnation, what you know about this planet, what you know about the soul of this planet, what you know about your own soul and all the other souls you're connected to, plus reminding yourself of your chosen and pre-chosen life contracts to be here now. And so we want to get back to what we prompted the vehicle to ask us, and the simple purpose and reason why she's doing this channeling now. If you were all one, how come you cannot heal all? We say it is possible for others to heal. You have to let your guard down. You have to be open to the healing, but the healing must come from self. And you have heard us say this. When people don't have a belief system in self and they trust others to be able to do things for them, that is when they will, without knowing what they're doing, accept the healing. And where does this healing come from? Is it through another 3D person? Or is it finally they've let their guards down to be able to embrace and accept the upgrades and the empowerments that their higher versions of self are sending down? We say it's all gifts that you've been given. And in this analogy, you don't have to wait for Christmas to open your gifts. It is when you choose to accept it, you will receive it. And so it is like your higher self has always said and sent you advanced higher perspective energy and frequency for you to be able to maintain what we say could be an elixir of life. But it's not until you know it exists for you to use your free will to accept it. There are many ambassadors that are posed as healers that you give full trust and faith to. And so those ambassadors are simply just getting your free will permission for you to be open to receive this elixir of energy, frequency that is connecting you more rapidly to your higher self. The higher selves are wanting to come and step in more now to be of service to shed and share their energy frequency because it's easy for them to maintain it. But you need to be the gateway portal for this. And you can't do that fully connected if you've got density, if you've got fear, if you've got worry and doubt and distractions. And so when you are being of service and deeply connected into the higher self, this will look like a various different physical experiences. Some can have fevers. Some can have deeper sleep. various amounts of time, what you call time, would be required for these connections to take place, to be able to adjust the energy frequency of the physical body, to be able to be of assistance. There's so much going on behind the scenes energetically. For most of you, it's incredible times. And it's not what we would say appropriate choices for you to focus on the density. It becomes so overwhelming, you'll just want to cry. And we're saying it's not crying because of pure love energy that's being shed upon you. You're crying because you're overwhelmed, because you are just stepping aside your faith and trust and focus on high frequency love that you deserve, of who you truly are and why you're here. It's such a confusing time for you as you're trying to prepare yourselves moving forward with more intensive manipulation and control systems, versus also being able to step aside and observe it all, seeing many people awaken to this agenda that was right there in front of them this entire time. But it gets to a certain point of breaking someone's moral compasses, breaking someone's tolerance, breaking someone's sense of justice and fairness and equality and equality. Equality and equality. Very important times for humanity to notice. It's all ramping up for a significant purpose. And what happens when more and more people are noticing and starting to question the narratives of the systems that were supposed to support, protect, encourage, inspire humanity to grow to its best potential? What does that look like now? Finding unity. We say when we're all together in the same realm, in the same dimension, as you could call source or something else, you are healing each other because you're open to each other. And it's just this beautiful frequency radiating out, but there is no need for healing because you're all one in pure harmony, pure balance. And so for that advanced, clever being who questioned if we're all one, why is it that we can't heal self in terms of each other when you're looking and thinking and feeling about others who desperately need to be healed, to be loved, to grow, to apply the advanced perspectives, to find their inner peace? If we're all one, we hear you ask, why can't we do our inner work for each other? Why can't we heal each other? We know some of you are begging for this. We know some of you are saying, I use my free will to heal all. I use my free will to empower all. I use my free will to love all. And some of you are feeling like you're not good enough because it hasn't fixed everything. You're getting so desperate, you're trying to find shortcuts. And we are saying, we feel your hearts. You are in alignment with us. And it is challenging to see the challenged souls within the bodies being so disorientated and confused. This is not their natural way of being. This is not their natural way of existing. This is not their natural way of experiencing energy like this. It is not pleasurable, but yet it is so significant, because this is going to lead the way to show all the possibilities, when the density is magnetized, when the density is allowed to be gotten away with itself. All lessons here, all experiences here on earth have been studied, have been witnessed, have been examined, have been learnt from. There is much to be said, and as all collectives are here, we mean all the collectives who are here. It is not all collectives that exist, but all of the collectives that are here amongst you, alongside you, they're in humanoid bodies, coexisting, cohabitating together. And when this is remembered by all collectives, as they are reflecting back on their earth experiences, this unity, this pledge of alliance, this love of each other motivates them and moves them for positive future experiences. We cannot stress enough the significance and importance of that. When there has been so many different experiences of different planets coming together here now to support and love each other in true earnesty, energetically, this will make great impressions upon these collectives that have felt disenfranchised, disconnected, misunderstood, devalued, and separate. They are just what you would call being distracted, not focused on evolving. But every collective has the integrity and intentions to evolve now. Just like you see every human trying the best to empower themselves to grow at maybe slower pace than you. But every step forward is a worthy event of celebration. Do not dismiss all growth forward, even if it's minuscule. It is still advancing. It is still moving. It is not stagnant. It is not reverting. It's not self-destructive or self-sabotaging. See beyond your judgment of who is here now. Find unity, peace, and joy with all. Stop neglecting self. And be able to feel into the energy frequency of your higher self, who is waiting for you to drop your barriers, drop your fear, drop your distraction, and to use your free will to open yourself energetically to call upon and call within, to expand out and share for all your higher selves energy fields. Again, this can be a flush of heat within your body. It can feel like a sudden onset of extreme sleepiness. Don't resist it. Go with the flow of your body. Trust your body is just merely a signal to you of something bigger going on. All is well. All is well. We say this with love and gratitude for all of you who are celebrating your inner peace, your calmness, your stillness. It's a brilliant achievement to have on earth. And we say this with love.